Well, many St. Louisans lined up earlier to see the midnight showing of Harry Potter, and it seems the boy wizard was able to make box office magic. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the final film, brought in $43.5 million just from the midnight showings. With the addition of 3D, Part 2 could end the franchise's spellbinding 10-year story with the total weekend debut approaching $150 million. The current weekend record is $158 million set by The Dark Knight in 2008. Well, the wait is over for the Muggles after the midnight opening of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Dawn Meadows-Dixon from the Frank Opinion Show is here to talk about the final chapter of the series.
Yes.
There's a reason why I have these glasses on.
Those are the Harry Potter glasses at the midnight screening. They had only at the midnight screening.
Right.
So the entire theater, we're all sitting there looking like little Potters wearing these glasses.
Do I look like a little Potter?
And I have to say, at first when we wore them, you couldn't see, you saw the edges, so they were a little distracting.
Yes.
But after the first 10 minutes of the film, I loved it. I forgot that I had the glasses on, and I just got into the film. And I've got to be honest with you, April, I'm not a big fan of the big hair. I don't know if you are.
I am.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, then you're going to really love this.
Okay.
So I have not read the books. I've seen almost, a lot of the movies. But this one just pulls it all together. The 3D, there's some double imaging, there's some darkness, but I've got to say, Wierenberg has done a great job with their IMAX theater, their mega screen theater. They've improved their projection. Their screen is one of the biggest in the Midwest. And I really got into it. When you're on this one part of the film, you're actually on a ride with Harry Potter, and I swear to you, you feel like you're on the ride with him going down into the cave. So that's when the 3D works. Other times it does feel a little dark, but I think if you want to enjoy the story and the experience, because it's both, go for the 3D. It's probably worth your money in this one. There is some violence in this.
Really?
And I think what you've got to remember is these books were written to, the first one to appeal to a 10-year-old, and now he's aged, what, some 10 years?
Yes,
so
like
each
18,
book was to appeal to that age. So really, this is kind of geared toward, even though it's PG-13, that 17, 18-year-old. So I saw a lot of little kids in the theater dressed like wizards and capes, and I think some of it might be scary. A lot of bloody, there's battles, there are bloody bodies, there's a blood-curdling scream at the beginning that any kid, especially with the surround sound, you feel like it could be scary. But it's a great story, great filmmaking, the acting. Alan Rickman as Snape. Have you seen a lot of so you're right with him.
I'm right there.
Alan Rickman, the talk this morning is, the buzz is, he may get an Oscar nomination out of this. And you never see that out of a kid film or a genre like this. And I've interviewed him before, many years ago, for Die Hard. This generation won't know Die Hard. And he's a very quiet man, a British actor, 65 years old.
65.
He's a wonderful actor. This is his chance. So I'm hoping that maybe the buzz is right. But what's funny about this isn't going anywhere. This is the beginning of the end. These people who are seeing the film now, like yourself, you're going to take your kids to see it.
Exactly.
And we're going to have generations of Potter fans, growing up all over the world, really. It's a phenomenon. It's unbelievable. And Wierenberg told me this morning, they sold last night 27,000 tickets at 9 theaters.
Wow.
So that's a world breaker for them. And it's just going to go from there. It's just taking off. So it's pretty amazing. You're going to like it.
All right. Thank you, Dawn Meadows-Dixon, for coming in. So we will see you next time, and we look forward to seeing Harry Potter.
Family, they'll love you. All fast, talking, and brusque, like I'm bringing home a carny.
Are those braids? Yeah, he was going through a crisscross phase.
I can't believe you used to like them.
I didn't like these guys.
That is a clip of Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. And after a few weekends of the Transformers and Captain America, the ladies finally have some movies that they're going to enjoy, some romantic comedies. And this really is kind of the weekend for romantic comedies. And joining us now is Dawn Meadows with the Frank Opinion Show on KTRS. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah, we've had all the superheroes, and I was waiting for all the romantic comedies. We had Friends with Benefits last weekend. The only problem with that is Friends with Benefits.
It's going to have a little racy stuff in it.
Just goes too far. I think Hollywood sees the R rating and they cross the line. And I'm a mom of 13-year-old twins. And so before, when I was, dating and single, it was okay. Now you have kids and you're thinking, wait a minute, this is out there? So I don't know if you saw Friends with Benefits.
I haven't seen it yet, but you know, it's like our movies today are really basically not what they were, you know, 10, 15 years ago.
No, ours are really X's now.
To get PG-13.
To get the PG-13 rating, you know, actually that's a safe rating for adults, not for the 13-year-olds though. So then you've got Crazy Stupid Love, which opens tonight. Yes, this one is great. I'm a member of the Broadcast Film Critics Association. I just got an email that it was voted the best film this month for of all the films out there, and it's a romantic comedy. Who would know,
and it
right?
has an amazing cast: Steve Carell,
Julianne Moore, and if you like Steve Carell, and I think now this is the hard thing about romantic comedies: dragging the guys to go see them. Right? Do you have that problem?
Oh, yes, of course. They want to go see the Transformers.
They want to go see that, right? Yeah. So this one, though, because of Steve Carell and The Office, I think you're going to get the guys to go see it. There's comedy, there's twists, there's turns, there's surprises. Julianne Moore is great, but Steve Carell, I mean, he sets the pace. He says so much with without saying anything at all. His face, just those eyes. And then you've got Marissa Tomei there, wonderful. Kevin Bacon plays this slimy guy who is just amazing. Ryan Gosling. Oh,
I love him.
He is wonderful in this. And I think this is going to open a lot of doors for him because, you know, he was in Blue Valentine. Now this is, he's playing the sexy bachelor. And there's some twist in there. You're going to like it. You're going to be able to drag the guys to see it. Another one out there that I love, it's been out for a while, Midnight in Paris. Are you a Woody Allen fan?
Yes, because I'm a huge Hemingway, and I read A Movable Feast, which is loosely based on that book. It's one of my favorite books.
So have you seen it?
Yes, I loved it.
So you love it. So I'm telling everybody to go see this one. I think that Owen Wilson is pitch perfect. He is almost like the voice of Woody Allen. This is Woody Allen at his best, and I'm a Woody Allen fan. I'm so glad to see Woody Allen back and doing great in his 42nd film, right? Another one that's out there, Larry Crown. I don't know if you've seen this, but Tom Hanks and Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is the queen of romantic comedies. This one falls flat in its face. It's one that just didn't work. And then you've got The Change-Up that's going to open next weekend. I've already seen it. And I am telling you, I mean, come on. When are we going to say enough? Potty humor, some things should just be kept to themselves.
And how many times has the storyline been done?
Yeah, well, it had Freaky Friday, but that was done well. This one has got Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds, and they switch places. And funny premise because it's worked before, but they just go too far in the potty humor, and frankly, it almost borderlines porno. It really does. So I went with a girlfriend, and we were ready for a girls' night out, and it just crossed the line. So we'll wait and see what happens, but at least we've got a whole bunch of romantic comedies out there for us girls to choose from in a sea of superheroes. If I have one more superhero movie to see, I'm going to jump off a bridge.
I'm going to check that out, Crazy Stupid Love.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it,
the
Melody.
cast. All right, thank you so much, Dawn.
Thank you.
Well, it is days until the new Harry Potter film will be released, and many can't wait to see it, but we also know that they will see it in 3D. We have Don Meadows-Dixon, who is here from the Frank Opinion Show on KTRS, and we're going to talk about why 3D may be a dying art.
Well, we're just wondering if the honeymoon is over, because the question is, when you go to the theater, do you wear the glasses or you see it in 3D or don't you? And what audiences are doing here in the last year, they're opting out. So Transformers 3 that just opened made $97 million, but that's down from Transformers 2, which made $109 million. And that it was in 2D, so they didn't pay the high dollar mark for the 3D. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We now have 4 other films out there: Kung Fu Panda, Pirates of the Caribbean, Green Lantern, and Cars 2. Now all of those, only about 45 to 50% of the audiences chose to see it in 3D, because you do have that choice. So Hollywood's a little nervous here because when Avatar came out in 2009, did you see that in 3D?
I saw it in 3D.
Well, so did everybody else. 80% of the audience saw it in 3D. But there's a number of problems. One is the cost. I mean, a family of 4 is going to spend upwards of $50 to go see it. Here in St. Louis, it's about, what, $13 to go. California, they're going to start at $13, add $4 for 3D. So that's discouraging. And then the quality. A lot of times, Did you ever get dizzy?
I got dizzy. I would have to do like this to have during the
Okay,
movie.
so many people are having that problem. I had that with Narnia that opened at Christmas time. So that's a problem. Color is a problem. It seems to be darker because the cinemas have to buy extra bulbs for the 3D movies. Well, that costs them money, so they don't want to do it. So Michael Bay, who did Transformers, the director, put the word out to all the theaters and said, okay, fire up your bulbs. I want the color to be great on this. I want the quality to be good. I want people to come and see it in 3D. And obviously, not as many people came out as they hoped.
Right.
But James Cameron, who is really the founder of 3D, he did Avatar, he says it isn't dead. He says that we're just going to have to perfect it. But I think that, you know, in this day and age with the economy, a lot of people are saying, I don't want to spend the money to have to see it if I can see it in 2D.
Is 3D bad for kids?
Well, you know, I don't know. You know, adults, kids, they get dizzy with the, you know, the quality. It seems dark. I've had my kids say to me, Mom, why is it so dark? I can't see. So I think they're going to have to perfect that along with the cost. Now, I will tell you this. Kung Fu Panda 2, to me, is worth it to see it in 3D. I recommended that on the show. It's of all the ones that are out there, that's the one, because when they're doing the punches and the kicks, you're almost going back like this and saying, ah, it's coming at me. That's good 3D, but some of these are saying they're 3D. They don't need to be in 3D. You'd have just as good a time in 2D, and you'll save a lot of money. Now, the key is going to be Harry Potter. It opens next week. Chesterfield's got a brand new IMAX theater, Chesterfield 14, 3D. So they are hoping St. Louisans and people all across the country are going to see Harry Potter in 3D. And that, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Harry Potter. But my guess is all those Harry Potter fans are probably going to opt for the glasses. But I'm with you, April.
Yeah, it makes me dizzy.
Sometimes it makes me dizzy, and it makes me really sick to have to pay the money too.
Exactly.
So, but I think people want not just a story, they want an experience. Anymore, we want to be razzled and dazzled when we go to the theater. So hopefully it's not going to go away. We had it in the 50s, it came back. Hopefully it's here to stay, but they're going to have to tweak it.
They will.
Okay.
Well, what we won't have to tweak is your dress, because you look so cute in your pink.
Well, thank you. And I love yours as well.
Thank you, Dawn.